This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Give me a hell yeah!
With no gimmick Nick Johnston.
It doesn't matter how you feel!
And David Double D Dykstra.
Oh, it's so good to be back here for
Bro,
BK
you have no
Dub.
idea!
BK
You have
Dub.
no idea how nice it is to have you back!
Whew.
Someone who actually knows how to talk wrestling?
Oh, man.
It's great!
Feels good to be back in the captain's chair.
what's up,
Welcome
Scotty?
back, everybody. Bad Karma Wrestling in the building. It is your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestling show. I'm Nick Johnson. No gimmicks, Nick Johnson. Back again. Back from our Florida trip. To my right, my tag team partner, Double D, David Dykstra. How you doing?
How'd it do? I'm gonna cut off all my dreads today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Look,
there we
see?
go. Oh, that's good. That was good. Well, exactly right. Well, bring out the shears. We're cutting some dreads. We're picking up what Ron Killings was putting down. We got Money in the Bank to talk about. We got Worlds Collide. We're going to talk winners, losers, and Mr. Iguana. Everything in between.
Me like you, Mr. Iguana.
I went ahead and looked. I was going to get an iguana hand puppet. $40. Nope. Maybe next time. On Amazon, dude. Oh yeah, I know. It'll be official when it's a $50 Mr.
I was
Iguana
about
thing.
to say maybe $59.99.
Yeah, it's gonna be about roughly that when WWE gets its hands on it.
Did you actually look it up, or you just saying 70?
Yeah.
Andrew gets $74.99.
Yeah, probably around there. But there you go, folks. That's exactly what we're doing. Money in the Bank / Worlds Collide here in the WWE side of things. We got, Summer Blockbuster, 2 straight weeks of 4-hour blocks of AEW back to back. We'll get an idea.
I don't know how I feel about the 4 hours, but we'll get into it.
Exactly right. And then we're entering Scotty's world later on today. So that's all that, tons more in between. But exactly right. Let's go ahead and get into Money in the Bank. Let's get into Worlds Collide. Because exactly right. We're talking about winners, talking about the big losers, talking about Mr. Iguana, talking about the briefcase winners. And, well, exactly right. R-Truth, Ron Killings is back in action. Let's go ahead and start from the beginning, folks. What were your overall just impressions of Money in the Bank before we go ahead and get started on the results?
Time to do a Hurt Syndicate little thing here. Yeah. I'm kind of the same kidding
side.
me?
Yeah, Money in the Bank was a little lax. Like it had its moments, had some spots, sure thing, but overall not the best in any sort of way. Yeah, let's just start from the beginning, shall we?
Yeah, 100%.
Let's start from the women's Money in the Bank side of things, from top to bottom. Obviously, the MVP in my mind from this whole weekend has to be Stephanie Vaquer, just killing it from Worlds Collide, NXT, and over on Money in the Bank side of things. So way to be. I think also has maybe the best spot between her and Rhea Ripley over on the ladders. You let me know if you concur.
Listen, to me, at some point,
Devil's Kiss.
I think there needs to be a women's faction again.
Okay.
And if you want to start that faction with Rhea Ripley and Stephanie Vaquer, let's go.
Well, I would probably be on the maybe join forces eventually, but I wouldn't mind if they actually. Those can be one of those rivalries that doesn't need a title to put to make that actually exciting.
That also could be true. You could do best women's wrestler, no title involved. Who's got the pub right now?
Yeah.
I mean, those two will put on an epic show.
Well,
and I'm
those
okay
two
with it.
stood out and probably were the best in terms of maybe rivalry / maybe joining forces down the line. It was Naomi coming out on top as the Money in the Briefcase winner, sponsored by Cash App.
I'm not mad at it.
Okay.
I actually, not gonna lie, I'm kind of enjoying the heel turn from Naomi.
Okay.
She's playing it very well. Now, I'm going to be interested to see who she cashes in on.
There you go.
Is it Tiffany? Or is it, who's the Raw one? I can't even remember off the top of my head.
Io Sky.
Io. It could be either or. I'm okay with either. I think she's doing a very good heel turn here, and I love the new music. Love the crazy laugh that she has. I'm okay with Naomi winning this. I think Naomi has needed a push to get her to that next. She's always been one of the most athletic females they've ever had on the roster, period.
Paid her dues.
Has paid a lot of her dues, went away, reinvented herself in TNA, came back, and just has been. She had a little bit of a there for a little bit, but it was still kind of Naomi normal. I think this heel turn was great. I think you have this and you parlay it into a great heel championship.
Yeah. I think there are positives that can come out of it. Initially, I sent the text when I was just, Naomi and then the yawning emoji. Sure, I think that's still, it's a little valid as of right now, but I'm also on the side of, you know what? I mean, win me over, prove me wrong type deal. I mean, if you can really turn something and make this character more invested and then adding the money in the bank on top of it, I think that could be a little bit better.
Who else? Who would you have had win it? If you were calling the shots, if you were the producer of this match, you can't. Can you push Stephanie that quick? Can you push Julia that quick? Because if you can't, that leaves Rhea.
Rita's need it. I don't think Liv was Liv even in there?
Alexa, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Alexa would have been good. Roxanne. I think Roxanne probably could have been the underdog one, and that could have added more fire to that Judgment Day storyline.
Okay.
Which we can kind of see that turning now too, where how Roxanne already got into the Money in the Bank was kind of not screwing over Liv, but taking advantage of the opportunity, advantage of the opportunity that was put in front of her.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Roxanne wouldn't been. I still think maybe a tad too quick.
Sure.
But once again, you had a monkey. You had a monkey wrench thrown into the whole thing with Zoe.
Yeah.
Which well soon, Zoe. She had her surgery this week, I believe. So now it's rehab and come back.
Yeah. Again, I'm not on the side of hitting the button of oh my God, what are they doing here? I'm willing to see how it plays out. It could be, it could fall flat. It could actually be pretty good. We'll see.
Yeah.
See how that plays out. Continuing on, the women's IC title, Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyrie. Lyra still very much a bird as she comes out in her introduction. But dropping the title here to Becky Lynch, and I think you were kind of on this side of things, but this might be a cheap, quick way of getting Becky Lynch an IC title so she can be the women's Grand Slam champion sometime soon. Thoughts on this match?
Solid match. I will give it that. It was a very solid match from Becky and Valkyrie. But, and I know we'll probably talk about this later, I don't know what Bayley has done since she's been gone for a month, but she looked damn good on Monday.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the all-white outfit that did it for me. I don't know if it was the all-white outfit in the tan. I don't know if it was the all-white outfit, the tan, and the purple hair. But she looked good.
I mean, the internet also was running wild. They're very thirsty down there. So it was.
You mean about
doing good? Doing
you
good
mean
for
about
herself.
the gadonk? No. Ding dong. Exactly. I'm gonna be very honest with you. I'm excited for this because Bayley Becky can be extremely well done.
Oh, of course, as it always usually is.
So, once again, Lyra, back of the line, pay a little more dues. Let's see where it goes.
Yeah. Now, this one kind of stemmed from the Worlds Collide show. Dominic Mysterio defended the IC title against Octagon Jr. We went ahead. I think we were talking about this earlier in the week. Wasn't the longest match, but of course, Octagon Jr. doing double duty, but still gives him a good showcase on Money in the Bank on a WWE PLE. Overall, like I mentioned, Dominic Mysterio, who had himself also a busy weekend, ran ahead and retained the IC title. But any thoughts on this match in particular?
Underwhelming.
Okay.
To me, if you're going to showcase a talent like Octagon Jr., that needed to be a good 15-minute match.
Yeah, I think so.
Give
it was just
everybody
short of that, but yeah.
Give us all the spots. Give us all the... He looked a tad off. Dominic was on.
Yeah.
Dominic looked sharp in this match.
He's been very sharp. He's been having some very... I guess that's exactly right. Just he's fine-tuned it. He's figured it out, how to be the little bastard heel that he is, and then still take stuff and still look good on his receiving end.
I mean, Cena was on Pat McAfee the day after Mania, was it? Yeah, it was Mania. And said, listen, Dominic Mysterio may end up being bigger than his dad. Like,
I mean,
that's a
put-
huge
You can't
thing
you,
for.
you try and fill Eddie Guerrero's shoes like that. That's gonna be really tough. I don't know. I mean,
Oh, by the way, chef's kiss, Dominic, taking the picture at Eddie's grave
taking the
with
picture of Eddie's grave with the title.
with the title, fantastically well done.
Also threw out a first pitch at the Padres game and a jersey, not a jersey swap, but he gave the IC title to Tony Gwynn Jr. Tony Gwynn Jr. gave him a jersey, so I thought that was pretty cool.
He's always wanted a Tony Gwynn jersey.
Yes, he's always wanted a Tony Gwynn jersey.
Which,
It's
by
been
the
his
way-
childhood team, the Padres.
Once again, proving that Ray is a horrible father. How
Never
do
took him
you
to a
go
baseball game.
this long without getting your son a Tony Gwynn Jr. or Tony Gwynn baseball jersey?
Come on,
You deadbeat dad.
come on, man.
Wow.
Yeah. Look at all.
Always wanted a Tony Gwynn jersey. Finally got one after throwing out the first pitch. You know what? I may have changed my mind. I think Ray is at fault.
Oh man, I can't believe it.
I mean, to be honest, the only dad in his life was the Padres. So, like,
Yeah,
Oh, Padre the father. Get it? He's trying to be funny.
I know. He was watching Carlos Quentin home runs. Can't believe it. I love it. I absolutely love it.
But yeah,
Well,
I think Dominic is on a really, really great trajectory right now.
I think so too. I think again, anything from the past where I may have said, "Oh, what are we doing with him?" It's completely.
And-
I made a complete 180.
You know what's on the horizon is the Finn in him. So, and
Yeah.
Finn will do nothing but make him look good.
Oh, of course.
So-
100%. Again, when I talk about a great dance partner there. Again, maybe not this year, obviously, because he's rocking the IC title. Maybe down the line he wins one of these. The men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Solid all the way around. Andrade, unfortunately, gets a little tapped at a Boyne Lloyd's. But
Poor Andrade.
yeah, he had a tough one all the way around, and he had a little spot afterward that was kind of shaky after that. But overall, not shaky with Seth Rollins coming out on top, getting a little bit of help from Braun and Bronson.
Okay, so you gave out your MVP for the weekend.
Yeah.
On the women's side. Can I? Oh, I guess I can't. You only wrestled once.
Still, it doesn't matter. Still counts. It's your
No, he
MVP.
wrestled twice that weekend. I'll give it to Chad Gable.
Okay, yeah. Well, again, yeah, that's true. He was Chad Gable main evented, of course, AAA.
He
Worlds Collide.
main evented Worlds Collide, and then he wrestled on Monday.
That's right. Yeah, because he was not. Yeah, it was.
Looked
Grande
banged up,
Americano.
too. I don't know
Yeah.
how he got so banged up, but
That's crazy. It's very.
those
unfortunate.
luchador matches are rough.
Very true. Very true.
Little sad, Grande Americana didn't have as much influence as I thought he would in that Money in the Bank match.
Very scary spot was probably the best spot of the whole night when Grande Americano gets catapulted up the ladder, climbs it, goes teeter-tottering into the other ladder. LA Knight, gives him that backdrop. Why is no one reacting? I know it's a big what if, but maybe 6 inches away from hitting his head on that ladder on the way down. So.
Oh, I hadn't even. Honest to God, I hadn't even noticed.
No one exactly all the things safety.
His
this,
worst
safety
bump of the
that.
night was the sunset flip, though.
Yeah, probably.
So everybody focused on that. I'll have to go back and watch and see how close that was.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, between the two of them, again, I'm gonna have to point it out. Very, kind of similar spots in the men's and the women's, where you would see a lot of one side of the ladder, one person's doing their finisher, and then in unison they both do their finisher, and then they both get up and make eye contact. That happened at least 3 times in both matches. So they kind of again clean some stuff up. Best creative in all of creative, but that's just me. But again, just in terms of the actual match itself, solid spots, went a little long. It is what it is. It got the job done. I am kind of on the side of Seth Rollins doesn't need it, but it adds a little bit of damn you, Seth Rollins. So it's a give or take. I'm on both sides of that.
I'm just, after everything that happened, and we'll get into what happened on Monday night. After everything that happened on Monday night, I'm just intrigued on who the cash-in is going to happen.
Yes, and that's kind of what I have here. But, where, when, who's cashing in on who with both Naomi and now Seth Rollins,
Yeah.
where I mean, LA Knight needed this so bad. What else does he have to do?
No.
What if his last name was Fatu? I mean,
I'm telling you right now, this is another one of those Sami Zayn long story things.
sure.
And it sucks. It absolutely sucks. But at the same time, LA Knight doesn't seem to have a problem with it.
I mean, again, it's kind of similar to Punky, and we'll get down to him, but the paycheck probably helps out a little bit.
Oh, for sure. I mean, let's not get it twisted.
Yeah.
I'm sure LA Knight's very happy with where he's at.
While
and the
Eli
money.
Drake is probably down and kicking a little bit, and he's probably upset that he's not getting his due. LA Knight's like, I don't care. Money.
I'll be honest with you. The money that he's probably just getting off of merch sales.
Oh, and Slim Jim, so that
Yeah.
helps too. By the way, climbing the Fireball ladder to go through the Slim Jim table to eventually cash in the Cash App Money in the Bank briefcase. It's getting a little brutal, but it is what it is. This is what you guys asked for. TKO, baby. You got something?
Yes, they
Take
were.
a look at it.
It was sponsored by Cash App.
Take a look at it.
There was a Cash App symbol on the briefcases. Yeah.
How could you not? It was one of the biggest stickers in the middle of the briefcase.
Because
but
money
I
in the bank
digress.
is a little bit bigger. My thing for you is thoughts on Jacob turning on Solo.
Oh yeah, that was fine. Some people are like, this is the stupidest turn. I'm just like, you knew it was coming, and it's also like that's kind of like that's fine.
I mean,
call it cartoony. I think it was fine. I think it was
kudos
fine.
to Solo though during that match.
Solo killed it. Like another
Solo
honorable
looked
mention for MVP.
Great.
Solo was taking he was taking the worst bumps of them all.
Zero Mero, and then doing the walk and then kicking him. Fantastic.
He did he did the Zero Miedo, he did the Andrade and the LA Knight thing all right in front of him, and they again took all those spots right there. He took some brutal ladder spots, and then of course later on Jacob Fatu doing the moonsault to him and also slaying him into a ladder. So like I said, also kudos to Solo. He took some brutal bumps.
He's
coming into his own. I really I like what
he's being himself. So I like that too.
I like what they're working with down there. So Seth Rollins, well, again, he doesn't necessarily need the briefcase. Adds to the storyline. We'll see how that works. We also know that what's his name? Velveteen Dream had something to say about it, but that was last week, yeah? Or was it, yeah, okay. Stealing gimmicks. Not mine, hopefully, because I don't have one. It's no gimmicks like Johnson here, but
Love it. Love it.
Finally, in the main event, we have Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso taking on John Cena and being investigated by the FBI, Logan Paul. Not allegedly. That is actually happening. So, in that match, like I said, the biggest turnaround of all was the return of the masked assailant. Turned out to be Ron Killings. Ron R-Truth. Well, it was R-Truth. We now know it's Ron Killings now.
Okay.
So take away from that or that spot.
I have to say one thing to all you streamers out there that watch. How the did you not know it was R-Truth Ron Killings? The moment his pantalones creeped up on his leg, I was like, that's Ron Killings.
Yeah.
I was like, who is you? Some guy just got... No.
Well, the hype beasts that they get on Twitch or Twitter or whatever, the streamers, I think they play dumb a little bit, a lot. Probably they might just also just be dumb, but it could be the case.
Who could it be?
Yeah, I don't know. When you see a
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Was this a Triple H work?
No. You already admitted it.
I love it. It was a work.
No.
It was
not.
It was a work. It was a work.
No.
It was a work that ended up not being a work.
No, I
Welcome
think
to
it was.
my mind.
I think you're just working yourself into a shoot, brother.
I'll be honest with you. If it was a work, it's the greatest work of all time.
Again, I mean, with Ron Killings saying it already to a random fan, like, no, this was not. Like, I was legitimately let go. It took a phone call from Nick Khan directly for me to go back.
Once again, still could all be a work. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it isn't. I'm just saying If it's a work, and if it was a work, it is the greatest work of all time.
It's a good work, not the greatest work of all time.
Other than
it's a good
MJF
work.
leaving AEW.
Sure. Again, even then, it's just like that was like real beef that they kind of settled. So again, money, money, money.
Oh yeah, of course, money talks.
Which again, and he actually just tweeted about that the other day. Like that the anniversary of it popped up. He just goes, "Spoiler, Tony paid me, so we're going good." So something along the lines of that. But overall, just eventually, Ron Killings he gets involved. Hits Cena with the belt, or hits him with the low blow. I can't remember which, but then eventually Cody Rhodes and Uso get the win.
Spear belt.
Okay.
Can I ask you, did you see his interview on Busted Open?
Yeah, so he was going crazy, going off. Again, I felt maybe might be a little forced, but if it was, I guess, again, if that was legit, that's fine.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
Anything to have him...
Who's that host of that guy? That guy's just an absolute weasel. He's just got no spine whatsoever. What's that guy's name? Dave LaGreca. Is that Dave LaGreca?
Nick No Gimmicks Johnston's opinions are his and his alone.
Like I said, he's got some good videos and he's got some good takes every now and again, but he's also just
to me
spineless and just let these guys walk all over him if he
think
wants them to.
If you want me to be honest about it, and then we'll move on.
Yeah, sure.
I think Ron Killings needs to go a little bit overboard with it to kill that funny side of himself.
To make it like legit, okay, he actually means business. Okay, that I could see that.
That to me is the reason why he may be going a little bit more over the top than he kind of maybe needs to.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I can see that. Where again, it's been close to a decade of comedy, R-Truth. So I think for this to actually make sense and for it to actually land, maybe he exactly right. Might have to go over the top for now to really prove home the point. Yeah, no, okay, I can see that. So there you go. That was Money in the Bank. Like I said, more of the fallout came later on Monday Night Raw, but we'll get to that in just a little bit because earlier in that day was Worlds Collide. I don't think we should sit here and go match by match by match on this side of things. I'm gonna kind of do almost a compliment sandwich type deal.
Winners and losers.
Yeah, exactly. Winners and losers. Kind of just quickly go through it, but like I said, I'll do my quick compliment sandwich on the whole thing. I think it was great wrestling. I think it was fantastically put together. Not only just what was in the ring, but them coming out, the different transitions you saw. It was actually really cool. So to put that all together, it was a really nice show, a nice venue. From what I saw, I wish there was more screens, but again, I wasn't in the crowd, so that's not the whole deal. What can make or break a show is the commentary, and God Almighty was Conan just awful on commentary.
Thank you. Oh Jesus! I thought you were about to compliment him.
No. The complete opposite. Where this show was great, and it could have been even better if the commentary just knew how to talk and put the talent over. Conan is awful. He is a bore. He was asleep at the wheel.
Here's my question. One, who opened up the show?
Oh, well, Mr. Iguana.
No. Who opened up the show?
Was it Mysterio talking, or are you talking?
He's right, talking.
Yeah.
Why don't you have Rey Mysterio join you on commentary?
I think it was actually Rey Mysterio probably doing a favor for his boy Conan.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
2, and anybody who's ever watched Lucha Underground, Vampiro is part of AAA.
That would have been fantastic.
Why do you not have Vampiro sitting right by a dude that he would do this with in Corey Graves?
And I think and here's the thing, Corey. We've said this before. Corey, color guy, fantastic. Corey, play-by-play, a little rocky, but he got there. Eventually, he.
I disagree.
Found his
I
steps.
think Corey, from the moment that started, and Conan opened up his mouth for the first time, went, "Oh crap, I'm on my own."
That could have happened too. I was on that. I had a little bit of inkling of that too.
And he had to be the way he had. By the way, and I'm going to say this legitimately,
sure.
His call of Lince Dorado doing the moves to the iguana was unbelievably great and spot on.
And again, probably spot of the night. I mean, again, MVP, talking MVPs, it's clearly Mr. Iguana is the winner of the entire weekend. Now that we know who he is, he's going to get pushed to the moon. Probably going to be on the main roster sometime soon. We're going to get John Cena versus Mr.
sellable
Iguana.
to the children.
Oh, yeah. And it's fine. That's completely fine. It's just, like I said, it's just all that stuff about, AEW does all the bogus stuff. I don't want to hear about no Orange Cassidy stuff from the crowd no more. I hope that's dead. And speaking of, where Danhausen might be on the outs too, so we'll see. Hopefully, we'll get that. We'll get that soon.
Please, God, come to NXT. I don't even need him to be on the TNA NXT.
run.
I don't care. Just stay mid.
Indie scene forever,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Corey Graves was actually really good at. For a lot of people, he probably didn't know. It's either his brother or his cousin works in AAA, and apparently they were in talks for like weeks about everyone that was going to be on the card. So Corey went into it really prepared on the AAA guys.
And you could tell.
He did his
Corey,
research.
Corey has made up for any BS move that he did when he went back down to NXT.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, if you're watching NXT, he is overshadowing Booker T on a regular basis.
It's a good compliment to him. Not very hard to do. Booker T's pretty brutal, but again, I think I see your point where Corey Graves again is continuously getting better and better, and still. Frankie, who's the NXT guy? Big Joseph. That was my suggestion.
Vic needs to get
It
a
would've
push too.
It should have been Vic and Corey. Should have been Vic and Corey from the get go.
They had Vic on Monday Night Raw, I believe.
Yeah.
When was it SmackDown? Yeah, it was SmackDown for Test Story. Did
Yeah.
a phenomenal job. So I'm good with all these guys.
So I mean,
right now.
overall, I mean the Fatal 4-Way, fantastic. The main event with Gable and
You know
the
who my
LTO
big
Del Vikingo.
losers
Sure, go
were?
ahead.
Elgato to Phantasmo was horrible.
Okay.
I was not a fan of that match.
Yeah, that
at
second
all.
second
Yeah.
6-man tag was not as it didn't keep my attention as much.
Do you know
Couple of botches for sure.
from the WWE side who impressed me?
Sure.
Torres from the LWO.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
He looked like he was at home finally.
Okay.
Toro.
Okay.
Cruz del Toro.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Apologies. But that he finally looked like he belonged.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, like you said, he kind of found his footing, his steps. Yeah.
Yeah. He hit every single spot that he was a part of. They made Iguana, by the way, his spinning head scissors, Mr. Iguana, where he just puts his hands on his hips. I was sold right then and
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And that's even without the Iguana gimmick
Yeah.
for me.
And again,
Like a dude who has enough style to do something like that during a move, I'm cool with.
and this is again comes of the internet comes around. They're like, oh, okay, that's just they figured it out. If you could just jangle keys in front of the WWE fans, they'll go crazy. No, it's just it's a nice change of pace where you get these comedy acts or you get these out of the box characters and first introduced for the first time to this WWE crowd, which is fantastic for a guy like Mr. Iguana where
Because it's different.
exactly it's different. They've yet to see this. He executed in such a fantastic way, and that's what like kind of like I said to the end of my compliment sandwich there, which everyone on the card killed it. They gave it their all. They gave it their best. Like I said, it was just really the commentary that kind of like really could have pushed him over to the top, but because Conan is just like I said, just awful at his job, just can't do it. But
I personally think and this is no offense, man. The dude's taking a lot of hits to the head.
that could be
I'm
the
not
case.
sure if his mind's clicking as fast as it possibly should be.
Maybe.
That being said, Velkingo,
Yes.
I don't care. Cup of coffee, shut the fuck up. Once in your life,
There we
blind
go.
squirrel finds a nut. You happen to find more than most.
You were saying El Vikingo?
It's only a matter of time. He's already under WWE contract.
Yeah.
He's going to move away from AAA. By the way, nice to see that they still have the hate for Alberto Del Rio.
Yeah, very much so. I think they completely edited him out of or they censored his face, right? I can't remember.
Fastest drop of a title after a company takes over another company I've ever seen.
I think so.
It's great.
Yeah. He was probably counting down not just the days, the seconds.
He's going to be in Puerto Rico very soon.
Probably. So any other lingering thoughts, question? Like I said, if it's like this, like I said, I was fine with it.
I think I think they'll tweak the commentary the next time they have like a combined.
Have Rey Mysterio on the card. That's gonna be my only thing there. And again, he was only on the card, not on the card because he was injured.
Yeah,
so yeah,
he couldn't. I'll say this much. I beg you, WWE, give Vampiro a chance. He's clean. He's sober. He's doing great.
That might be just the only thing. It might be just one higher up saying like, "What if he says this? What if he goes off the rails?" Blow the whistle.
I just think, to me, that makes the most. If you're gonna have Corey there, have a good, solid guy who knows lucha. Not to say Conan doesn't, but Conan's just done.
Yeah. I'll two final quick things. The beginning with Rey Mysterio doing the whole speech at the start. I didn't hear the full translation. Somewhere along the line, someone did say, I think like it was like, oh, WWE has brought Lucha Libre to this thing. Ray, don't get fed pilled. Don't remember. Let's not forget. You were a part of that Lucha Libre, showing that on ECW, not WWE. It was over on ECW that you started that whole movement. Let's not get things twisted.
Well, and WWE does own.
Now they do. Yes, now they own
ECW
the catalog. So the final thing with everyone freaking out about, oh my God, the arena was so empty. Apparently, it was a big protest with the whole. I think
it was the same. Yeah, are you talking
about just
the money
beginning
in the
of money?
bank?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that whole some very busy highway was completely shut down because of those ICE protests.
Could not tell if it was the lights playing tricks
No,
on me
no,
or
no.
they
It
were
was.
empty. And then I was like, okay, they're empty.
It took upwards of a couple hours for people to not only get to the arena, but just to get anywhere close because the protests were just so thick with people. And yeah, so.
That's fair.
Again, not very often you're going to hear me vouch for WWE and stuff like that.
Here's
so,
my
like
only
I said,
issue with that. Then don't go on screen and the first words out of your mouth are sold out arena.
Yeah, so it's very tough optics when you're sitting there, when you're just like, you're gonna pee on my leg, tell me it's raining right now? Sold out my ass.
Nick and I have had this conversation. It was hilarious for the first 20 minutes of that PLE, watching the director freak out in the back. No, can't go wide, go in. It was
close
amazing.
shots. Close shots. Wide shot. Yeah, close shots.
The
on the floor.
moment they went wide, 5 seconds later, they were back.
Yeah,
dialed right back in.
All right, we're good to go.
It was bad. It was not. It was close to having a seizure at one moment.
Yeah. Well, there we have it, folks. On to during the week stuff. Like I said, we got Raw to get to, but quickly, a little NXT side of things. Mariah May has a new name. Bringing up the Sabrina Carpenter vignette. But in this new thing, she is no longer Mariah May. Welcome in Blake Monroe. Blake Monroe.
You and I just got done discussing this before the show starts.
Yes. So
I think it's a horrible choice of a first name, but if they go Miss Monroe with it, it could work.
Okay.
Especially if they're still going to use that whole she is glamorous kind of.
Yeah, what I got for this, and maybe this is a good. Tell me if this is a good example. Kind of felt like literally just changing the name. This is like when Pepsi said, "See ya, Sierra Mist. We got Starry now." So there you go. Went from Mariah May to Blake Monroe. No character change. Taste is all the same. Blake Monroe right now. And again, like I said,
I disagree. Starry tastes awful. I liked Sierra Mist.
Oh, fair. Okay, fair.
But no, I think you're right. I think they are going to go with her comfort zone to start off.
Sure, yeah.
Let's see how she can develop character, though.
Okay.
Because that was one of the things that, once she was done with her heel run with Toni Storm, she kind of struggled with in AEW.
Oh, I mean, that was the complete struggle with it. It was just, hey, why is this not really? Why is the women's champion not hitting the same? Sure, again, it was like tough filling in the shoes of like this timeless Toni Storm character, but you got to come up with something to put yourself over, and she did nothing.
Exactly.
Besides only having those same matches with Toni Storm.
Yeah.
So it was like, and again, for what it's worth, the only other she had the okay match with Julia Hart, and that was about it. So. Either way, like I said, I think we've seen her ceiling. We know what you're going to get from top to bottom. We'll see how low the floor goes, that type deal. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe she can raise her floor. That could be the case. So there you go. Like I said, I'm not really too fond of the name Blake. Got this pretty blonde. Let's name her Blake. Okay.
That's not a good connotation right now, man.
Oh, yeah?
Blake Lively is not a good one to.
I'll have to look into the news on that one. Not quite sure.
Oh, there's a whole lot of. You'll be. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Alrighty. Well, on to the next one, I suppose. On to Monday Night Raw. How about that? How shall we? Got some news and notes to get into on Monday Night Raw. 3 kind of big things from Monday Night Raw. Let's start with let's go with the beginning, the only one that I don't actually have on here. We're getting fun little Saudi show. I'm not going to sit here and do my victory dance or victory lap. I've done that plenty of times before.
You and I have both agreed about this. Like, listen, we can sit here and berate him all we want about not sticking to his morals, but that money gets thrown.
He has none at this point. What are we talking about? He's gone back on everything he's ever said ever. He is genuinely the guy. He is the voice of the how did I put it the other day? Voice of the voice of the virtue signalers. That's what he is. He's not the voice of the voiceless. He is just the voice of like, hey, I want to look good. Hey, women's right. Yeah, LGBTQ. Yeah, I'm all for it. Saudi blood money? Yeah, here we go. Come on over. So, like I said, I'm gonna let everyone else kind of take care of that. CM Punk, and I'm begging for this match to actually happen. I don't want there to be like, oh my God, CM Punk got attacked, and no. Please let this match happen so I can just sit there, put my feet up, and be like, Jungle Boy, Hangman, and Eddie Kingston were all right about you. Oh man, it feels so great.
To me, this is a waste. An absolute.
Oh, we'll get to more waste too. Go ahead.
Absolute. Oh, you mean the other one?
Yeah, the Royal Rumble. But go ahead.
Absolute waste.
Yeah.
Absolute waste of a PLE that could sell.
Could have fed generations.
Tens of thousands. Dude, the money on this must be astronomical. I have some Saudi news that I don't know if you are aware of.
Fill me in.
There are rumors going around. Vince is trying to buy back WWE backed by Saudi money.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Fill me in.
If he does, there's no creative, no nothing when it comes to Vince. He's just a figurehead.
Okay, gotcha. So he's just going to own. Okay, so
he'll just own the company. He will have no say in anything.
Okay.
I'd actually kind of not be against it.
That's what he says will happen.
Not gonna lie.
That's what he says will happen.
If it's in the contract, there's no way you can breach a contract with the Saudis.
Okay, I'm sure. I'm sure that can be the case.
He's Vince, but once Trump's out of office, those sanctions are coming back on Vince, and the FBI will be back investigating him again, so I'm not worried about it.
There we go. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, we'll see how the Saudi Arabia card. Again, at the very least, if we're all okay, memes aside, hypocrite thing aside, if you're actually a fan, you got to deal with this. One, I don't want to watch a
it's
pay-per-view
not going
at
to
2
go
o'clock
the
in
amount of
afternoon.
time that it's supposed to because it's effing hot.
That, and again, it's just you could have built this up in so many different ways. Now it just feels like it's half-assed slapped together at the last second.
Okay, I don't mean this as a punch. They're doing AEW shit. Plain and simple. They're throwing together matches without any backstory whatsoever, other than the backstory that they've already got.
And at least with AEW, again, it's just like you're doing that for the sickos that don't mind that. But yes, on the WWE side of things, they are exactly that. They're just slapping stuff together, kind of just I guess the time, the appearances are running out, so trying to just keep throwing these together type deal.
Maybe you not have him come on a show the day after a PLE.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just throw that out there.
Oh man! All right. Well, finally, it was again pretty close immediately after. Apparently, this got more of a rating bump than the spot that we just talked about. Ron Killings coming out, cutting off his dreads, showing off exactly that, continuing the phase of I'm serious now, no longer the comedy act. What were your thoughts on that part, or anything else just right now that we didn't add on our truth?
Help me out, because his name is escaping me at the moment. Mm-hmm. New Japan wrestler with the crazy haircut.
Minoru Suzuki.
Thank you.
Yep. A lot of people were making that comparison too.
He's cutting his hair the same way.
Yeah.
I love it.
Minoru Killings or Ron Suzuki. That was pretty good. I saw a couple of those.
Oh my God. So that being said, I want to see where this goes. Is this my fear? This is my fear. If they do this at SummerSlam, I'm going to be pissed.
And what's that?
Killings versus Cena.
Okay. Yeah. I don't think we need another rematch.
Oh, you're getting one.
Yeah.
That's where it's headed. Because John Cena, listen, you're telling me John Cena didn't know that they had already re-signed Ron Killings when he goes, you can't handle the truth?
I can see it that route. I would also just really like if maybe he goes, you know what, screw it. I was in the Judgment Day. Now I'm going to just attack the Judgment Day, and maybe he goes for Dom's IC title.
I think the contract says one last big run.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
It's got to be a world title.
We'll see.
So,
we'll see how that goes for Ron.
I'm okay with it. Just as Saturday night's main event, make him look good. Let him go out and make all his money on the indies.
Yeah.
Because that's the only reason he changed his name.
Yeah, I was really banking on a nice Ron Killings run in the indie scene. That would have been fun, but regardless,
it still will be.
Well, maybe make an indie scene run, or probably maybe just heading back to main event. It's main event Jey Uso losing that world heavyweight title to Gunther on Raw.
Shut up, Scotty. Good
for Gunther. Well, I guess like we kind of played earlier. Waste of a Royal Rumble.
This is Triple H at his worst.
Okay, expand, please.
This is all leading to some jackass who hasn't had a good match in, I don't know, 10 years, coming back and fighting Gunther for the title.
Yeah, that's a lot of people are afraid of that too. Obviously, if you're not on that same side, Goldberg eventually.
He's going to be on Monday Night Raw. This Monday.
Oh, my God. I did not even know that.
Saturday night's main event in Atlanta. That's where it's going to happen.
Wow. I mean.
And I swear to God, if he drops the title to Goldberg, I'm done.
You know you're getting 3 spears and a jackhammer.
I'm done, and I will refuse to watch WWE moving forward, and I will be strictly AEW and indie.
Come on over. It's always nice on this side.
First off, you took away the title from Jey Uso, who was gaining momentum with solid title matches.
Well, you only had 2, so.
But still had momentum through all his other matches and things like that. You then kill it. Anything. You kill it. Dead. They're already talking about reuniting the Usos to take on the New Day for the Raw Tag Team So we're going to redo this from, 5-10 years ago? And see if we can catch the flame again. Now because the New Day are heels and the Usos are faces.
I say no yeet to that.
It's going to happen.
Bad. That is bad.
Who else do they have on Raw?
That's true.
This tag team.
By the way, sidebar, did you see these SmackDown tag teams all coming together for their common enemy now? The Wyatt Six is so scary that all the tag teams have to band together now.
I give it to Montez Ford for when they did show up and him just being on the top rope doing this. That was great.
I mean, sure, but it just sounds so ridiculous.
To me, here's the problem, though. Who's the tag team?
Oh, that's like leading the.
Who's the
leading
tag
way?
team? Me personally, Rowan, you've had your time as a tag team champion. Stay with Uncle Howdy. Just do your thing. I would much rather see Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis as a tag team because they look at least a little bit innovative.
Sure. Again, I'm always open to the prove me wrong type deal, but man, oh man, this talking in riddles crap is just getting old.
I don't need him to get injured again and then be off TV for another 7 months.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Any other things we're lingering on? Any other final questions, comments, concerns on the WWE side of things? I think we kind of
move on.
Kind of exist and there we
Got
go.
a lot to talk about.
Exactly that. Well, we're gonna be hitting the AEW side of things in just a little bit. So exactly right. Got summer blockbuster. And we won't be going 4 hours here. We'll be going just a couple more minutes. So more AEW talk, more
Painless,
wrestling talk.
I promise.
Exactly right. More AEW talk and wrestling talk when we return here on Bad Karma Wrestling.
Hey, watch your mouth. Wine. I'll just put a quarter in the swear jar. Once it's filled, we get a Coors party after work. I've been drinking Coors since my college days. Cold draft taste, the second to none. Yeah, worth the recorder, am I right? You know it, mother.
Hey, you get those reports done?
Yeah. No. You, sir. Attention, employees.
The staff meeting, scheduled for this evening, will now be held tomorrow early as
Who's all? Dudes, we're only 75 cents short. Oh, shh. Where's the boss? Hey, sir, go yourself. You're fired!
The Chicagoland area has a large number of lonely dogs currently filling shelter pens, just waiting to find a family. Nothing adds warmth to a home like a wagging tail and a warm pair of brown eyes. If you are considering adding a dog to your household, visit the Anderson Animal Shelter, where adoption counselors can assist you in selecting your new best friend. Make your house a home. Adopt a shelter dog. To see a current list of adoptees, visit their website at www.andersonanimalshelter.org or meet them in person at 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin. Don't have room in the home for a new furry family member? Donations of toys, collars, and soft or hard non-perishable dog food are always accepted and are greatly appreciated. All animals are spayed or neutered and are waiting with tails wagging to find a loving home. Visit 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin or www.andersonanimalshelter.org for more details.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling
Give me a hell yeah!
with No Gimmick Nick Johnston
It doesn't matter how you feel!
and David Double D Dykstra.
And
That's
we back.
That's even if he lets him chop him as hard as he's supposed to chop him.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Didn't realize we were back.
Oh, sorry. Didn't see you there. Welcome back, Bad Karma Wrestling. Oh, I love that little. It's just so cliche. But here we are back again talking AEW wrestling side of things. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. All In Texas is coming up just right around the corner, about a month or so. Just right, yeah, exactly a month from yesterday. A glorious unification is set for All In once again. And you know what? A great showing. It was about a 5-minute little vignette, or actually just kind of basically a recap of all of Omega versus Okada's matchups setting up before that. A great setup before that, and then, like I said, a nice little contract signing that turned into a bloody, bloody showcase. But exactly that. We're getting the international title and the Continental Championship unified. It looks okay. So what are we thinking here?
I actually really like this title.
Yeah?
I do.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly why. I think it's the crown in the middle
Maybe.
that gets me. Yeah, I like it. It's an homage I'm sure, to both titles.
Yes.
I saw the rumor. I don't know if who joined the Don Callis family.
There's another Don Callis family member.
Okada did.
Oh, officially. Oh, okay.
Okay, so Okada's now part of the. So he's no longer a part of the Elite, or is the Elite just dead?
Well,
now?
the Elite is also part of the Death Riders.
By the way, I would not be.
It's just It's just gang warfare over in AEW. Just everyone needs to be in a faction, otherwise you.
And
are
the Death
dead in
Riders
the
are trying to recruit a new one.
And Ricochet started to start a faction. That's why he's been gonna take a little break.
I think
too.
that's gonna be a bunch of like
The
Blake
guys from-
Christensen.
Yeah,
and-
it's gonna be like that. Yeah. Vanilla Baby, I love him. He's great.
By the way, if Statlander joins the Death Riders, I'm okay with it.
Okay.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Because that gives some legitimacy to them being badasses. Because she's the biggest badass in that whole company.
Marina Shafir and Statlander tagging together would actually be pretty solid. I mean, we also saw earlier in summer blockbuster, Tay and Jay are back. Ty Conti and Anna Jay are back together. You're getting, I guess I don't know if the writing is on the wall. I'm not really on the side of, hey, let's make an AEW women's tag team titles division just yet, but it's kind of shaping up where you're seeing a little bit more tag team on the women's side. Sky Blue and Julia Hart.
With as many green wrestlers as they have on the in the female division, a tag division wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing because it's going to give some of those
Megan Bain,
green wrestlers
Ford,
some opportunities to be in the ring in front of an audience, working out the kinks.
Yeah, exactly right. So overall, exactly right. The glorious unification that will be all in. I'm torn. Do we open with Hangman and Moxley for Hangman to save AEW, and then we close with Okada and Omega, or
I will say this:
do you just have Omega and Okada somewhere in there?
I think you open with Omega and Okada. And if it's not that one, listen, you've got 3 big matches that I've heard of.
Okay.
One of them's rumored, but it looks like it's going to come to fruition. If you start off with Omega Okada, you end with the title match, and then you have right in the middle Swerve Ospreay versus Young Bucks.
Okay, that's exactly what I was thinking we were getting. Okay.
Yeah, Andrew, it's a thing. It's a thing. And now, Hangman doesn't have to rely on Ospreay and all them because he's got the ops behind him.
There we go. He's got the
Thank
ops.
you.
Joe.
Thank you.
Not only that, we're rumors swirling of Kingston returning, Bryan Danielson returning, or the opportunity for Wheeler Yuta to turn heel or to turn face on.
He
on
was
the
just
Death
recruiting
Riders.
Chris Statlander, so I don't think that's going to happen.
Okay, fair enough. But
This Don Callis family's getting kind of big, though.
good. The more the merrier.
Really?
Yeah. You need a big family. What are we doing?
I worry, and here's why I worry.
He said go ahead. Sorry.
My worry is they then become the NWO, and people get lost.
Sure, I think that.
Do you see what I'm saying?
I see
though?
that is. I think that is. But they made a different reason as to why the Don Callis is just continually gonna grow and grow and grow. I forgot why he mentioned it, but it was one of very under the radar dumb reasons. Okay,
It's all right. I don't
Yeah.
care. Whatever.
So
That's all.
eventually-
I don't want to see great talent, and trust me when I say this. The only one that I necessarily don't really like because you're not getting the true version. Well, 2 I really don't like. One's injured right now, and the other one are Lance and
Lance Archer, Brian Cage, yeah.
Those are the only 2 I'm about.
Well, you get to. Well, you're just seeing a lot more Lance as of week to week
As
basis.
his bodyguard.
Sure, but he's still getting paid. I like that. But if anything, it's gonna be Roppongi Vice is not gonna be up.
There's another one. Yeah,
They'll probably fall to the wayside.
I
but-
think that was redone for them to go back to New Japan and make some noise.
exactly
As
And
the
then-
Don Callis
yeah,
family.
and they love going over there anyways. And then it's just I don't mind because Takeshita's still gonna be prominently shown, and Kyle Fletcher's gonna be pushed to the moon, and I don't Josh Alexander still doing pretty good as well. So
I think once he gets his footing in AEW, he'll be solid.
Exactly. But looking around, also another big show coming up. Not Paul White.
Just bang, bang, bang.
Grand Slam Mexico sold out in the Mexican Arena. Ready to roll. We getting Mystico, MJF, Mercedes Moné for another belt. And as of right now, a 10 and 12 man tag match. Anything as of right now that's popping off right now? Because like I said, that Mystico / MJF promo, that was fun back and forth.
I love the fact that he brought up Sin Cara.
Yeah. He goes, to everyone else, you're Mystico, you're all this, that, but to me, growing up, you're just Sin Cara. Love that. Love that.
Who quit a match for a broken finger?
It hurt. My finger hurt.
It's hilarious.
Yes. Overall, I think, like I said, the Grand Slam should be fine. Shaping up to be pretty solid as always. Anything on Mercedes Moné potentially grabbing another belt before All In? Enough. That's okay. So there we go. That's gonna be that's where we start.
What? Huh?
Before we get into Blockbuster, I'm gonna do my quick little my double or nothing 1 sentence or less takes because you got me.
I will keep my mouth shut.
This one was just not attacking you, but straight up just gonna call back on some receipts from you. We were previewing Mercedes Moné versus Jamie Hayter. Mm-hmm. And you had said that, maybe it was going to be a clash. Again, maybe clashing of styles. You don't think that she was going to be able to take the British strong style. Completely took every single match. The match was just perfectly fine. I think you are in the realm of simply those 3 letters change, so you think everything about her changed.
No,
the match quality is still the same. Everything about the video quality, everything is still the same. The only thing that has changed about Mercedes Moné is the 3 letters that pay her paychecks.
I haven't liked her since NXT.
Okay.
Point blank, end of story.
Okay. I mean, again, if that's fine, if you really truly believe that, I just don't think that's genuine when you sat there and you're like, oh,
I didn't like her match versus Jamie Hayter.
Okay. I mean, again,
I didn't. I wanted to.
I think this was actually, like I said, in terms of like. She needs the best dance partner. Her and Jamie Hayter were fine. Always gonna be. It's gonna be fantastic when it's gonna be her and Timeless Toni Storm. There's just been other countless opportunities where, just like I said, I think that just the blinders are up with you at least on Mercedes. I don't know. I think
you say it all the time. Prove me wrong.
Yeah. I think she is, but there's just something in you that just won't let you do that. I can't hold you to it. I'm not going to sit there and harp on it. But
you're fine.
Overall,
these are your opinions, and I'm okay with that.
So to start it off quickly, like I said, I'm not going to harp too much on Double or Nothing and everything that was about it, but this was fantastic card from top to bottom. I loved everything about it. Even the pre-show was pretty solid as well, but I'm not going to get into that as well. To start off with Mercedes Moné and Jamie Hayter, great, fantastic. FTR versus Daniel Garcia and Nigel McGuinness. Good to see Nigel McGuinness kind of have his spots and everything, but again, good to see that type of tag team wrestling from FTR. Love that.
Best sell of the night.
Yeah, that was pretty solid.
Nigel McGuinness's sell of his ribs being injured, best sell of the night.
Ricochet and Mark Briscoe in a stretcher match. Mark Briscoe was just covered head to toe in blood. That was fun, fantastic.
I called it the most surprising match of the night.
Yeah, it was. It very much was. Where you saw a lot of things from Mark.
Exceeded expectations.
1,000%. Hurt Syndicate and versus the Sons of Texas. It is what it is. Just another we hurt people.
Same page.
We hurt people. That's it. Just continue to hurt people. Okada, Speedball, Mike Bailey. I mean. I don't know what else you needed to see that you said you're like, I need more from that. That was great.
What did I say?
No,
it was exactly what it needed to be. A showcase for Speedball to show everyone that he deserves to be on this stage with these higher echelon wrestlers, but still job to Okada in the end.
Yes.
I will say this. I'm getting very, very tired of Okada getting his ass beat from pillar to post, and then the last 2 minutes of the match, he hits the Rainmaker and wins.
I don't think that wasn't necessarily the case in this one. I think it was kind of a decent back and forth either way, and then top 3 drop kicks of all time is Okada. That drop kick right there on Speedball. And then
On the
set
top
it.
rope?
Yeah.
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 That was-
That ending spot. Was
And I
great.
think maybe it was. Let me phrase it differently. Speedball had the more impactful moves.
Sure. Yes. Yeah.
Of the match.
I think so. And that'd be the right way to say it. Tony Storm and Minia Shirakawa. I mean, I'm gonna take that match to the bathroom. How you doing? Anarchy in the arena.
I agree.
Anarchy in the arena. You had made mention of this too. Just how can you change how you shoot wrestling? That's how you do it. So maybe there's gonna be a lot
Present wrestling
Yes.
just in general from a visual, audio, and just wrestling kind of way.
Yeah. Playing the music during it, the different shots that you got to see during the different transitions that you saw going from, oh, we're following this group to, oh, this group is over here now. Let me go follow them. I thought that was, they did
Yes,
that pretty well.
phenomenally
A couple,
well done.
couple different spots. And again, very entertaining overall. Hopefully that staple is taken out of Swerve's mouth already. Good shoes, by the way. This was just kind of a throw-in just so that the crowd can cool down because they knew it was going to be absolutely bonkers afterward as well. So the Paragon versus the Don Callis family. Actually surprised that the Don Callis family went over in this one. But
I'm not.
Yeah, no?
Nah.
Okay.
To me, the Paragon's that team that you're going to put in there when you need a very solid match, but yet you want to get somebody over.
That's fair. That's fair. And then finally, I mean, what else? What can you say about this match? This is again one of those matches like one you've never seen a wrestling match. Go ahead and watch this one, you'll fall in love type deal. Everything about this was fantastic. Don't care. Great move. Good to put him over. And again, another 5-star classic from Will Ospreay. So that's
Yeah, there you go.
yeah. So there we go. There you have it. That was my quick little, like I said, while I was gone, had to get my quick
While I was gone.
quick punches in on Double or Nothing really quick. But finally, any other quick takeaways from Summer Blockbuster? Like I said, just the overall thoughts from we were kind of making mention of this, just the overall idea of like the 4-hour block. How are we feeling on that?
It seems too much.
I think it works on the West Coast, but go
yeah,
ahead.
it seems a little too much. They're trying things out. I gotta give them credit. They're trying to see because I don't think that it can stay where it's at on Saturdays. It gets lost.
And I think that's Warner Brothers or Discovery have also been talking about the best placement for Collision. That's why they're kind of doing this test of viewership.
Thursday Night Thunder. I mean Collision.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, what?
Sorry, I apologize.
Your competition is going to be TNA on Twitch? I don't think so. So I think that actually wouldn't be the worst spot for it. Thursday would be probably pretty solid. Overall, last thing, not really WWE or AEW, but kind of just wrestling related in general. We found out where Wardlow is and a couple other current and former wrestlers. They're going to be taking the stage on the new season, the new refurbication of the American Gladiators.
Rick Boo.
Yeah. Hosted by none other
The
than...
only one I'm excited for.
You're not excited for Mike the Miz Mazarian to host?
Miz is going to do what he does.
Yes.
He's got another hit on his hands. If I'm the Miz at this point, I talk to WWE and say, listen, I've had a great run. I'm going to take some time away. Put pause on my contract.
Sure.
So that way they can
Let's
go
not
out,
be crazy.
go out and do whatever. I'm sure he'll do some spots just to promote.
I think this new realm of this new title of like kind of being the spokesperson,
Because once again,
similar to Titus O'Neil.
If you don't re-up Karrion Kross's contract, he's going to go somewhere else and wreck house.
Yeah.
And become a superstar where you're going to have to pay him even more for him to come back.
Killer Cross would be great to show up on an AEW's thing or maybe New Japan. I mean, be pretty solid. But overall, exactly right. I think this has got a...
Yay. Welcome back, American Gladiators. Let's go.
Another new one.
Let's go.
American Gladiators again. For the third time, I think. Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I am too.
Let's see how it goes.
Yeah. Who? I'll let me see. There were the list of wrestlers.
Camille, Rick Boogs, Wardlow.
No, he's a little old now.
He's a little old, and guess what? You notice the guys that are in American Gladiators are former wrestlers or guys who aren't getting pushed by their company.
Yeah, so it's got it right here. Wardlow, Camille, Kaylee Latimer, Rick Boogs, Jesse Goddard.
Oh,
Godders,
Jesse. I forgot about Jesse.
former TNA OVW star, and then Jessica Roden, the Ultimate Athlete J-Rod OVW veteran.
Okay. Great. Awesome. I forgot about Jesse. Jesse was on Big Brother,
Okay, gotcha.
I believe. So,
Cool.
there you go.
Well, again, yeah, maybe another interesting thing to plop in on a Saturday night or something like that. So we'll see how that goes. Well, there we are, folks. Entering Scotty's world now as we come back. So
Shoot me in my face!
we'll go ahead and reset, and we'll be back just a little bit more back on wrestling when we return.
Throughout the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, Judy Finelli established herself as a masterful juggler and performer, making appearances everywhere from Carnegie Hall to Sesame Street. With her loving heart, she has brought warm smiles to children everywhere she has performed. She even started the San Francisco School for the Circus Arts, but shortly after, she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and by 2004, she was completely paralyzed. In celebration of her accomplishments, and to fight the illness that had crippled Judy, a group of students from the San Francisco Clown College have compiled the perfect holiday present for those who want to laugh and to help those struggling with the illness. The goal has been set at $1 million raised, with 100% of any dollar made to be donated to the Judy Finelli Fund, which is helping find a cure to multiple sclerosis. Visit www.circuscenter.org to make a donation or to purchase a framed naked clown photo or the full Naked Clown 12-month calendar. Remember, 100% of every dollar is donated and goes to fighting MS.
Man, I'm so hungry. I need somewhere to eat fast. I have no idea where to go.
Psst. Hola, me llamo El Taco de Taco. You know where to go for the amazing taste that'll have you craving more? Taco Bell.
Can I get 20 tacos, please?
You got it.
Thanks, Taco.
De nada.
Good. That's it. Eat the tacos.
Taco Bell. Live más.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling
Give me a hell yeah!
with No Gimmick Nick Johnston
It doesn't matter how you feel!
and David Double D Dykstra.
Well, here we have it, folks. We're entering Scotty's world of Wall Street, apparently. We're buying, selling, and trading wrestling stocks here. Welcome back here, folks. Bad Karma Wrestling, No Gimmicks, Nick Johnston, and to my right, Double D, David Dykstra.
What's going on?
Ready to rock and roll for the final segment here. Scotty, is that exactly what we're doing here? Go ahead and tell the folks at home.
It's exactly what we're doing. I got 10 wrestlers, 5 from AEW, 5 from WWE.
Okay.
I'm going to pitch you the name. Some of them are younger talent. Some of them are newer talent. Some of them are a little bit older, but, are kind of just, they're floating in the middle of obscurity right now.
Gotcha.
And kind of just
Floating
tell
in the
me,
ether.
buy, sell, or are you just going to hold on to their stocks right now?
All right.
So we're going to start it off with a guy everyone wants to return, Ilya Dragunov.
Ooh.
Hold.
You're holding?
Hold. For me, the reason I hold is his style leads him to get injured a lot.
Okay. That's fair. Yeah, with the hard-hitting, impactful style that he plays off with. He's kind of in that realm right now of, he again can always put on a great match, but exactly right. He hasn't been around for a little bit because he's been on the shelf for injury. But then again, it's just like you can either push him to the moon or he can kind of fall off and be like Pete Dunne right now. So I'll agree. Let's hold and we'll see. I don't want to invest or sell too much too. So go ahead. Yeah.
All right, next up, Hologram.
Ooh, okay.
Sell.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Tried it, has it right now, didn't work out too well. Haven't really seen him for a bit. So yeah, might have to sell Hologram.
From WWE, one of the Creed brothers, Julius Creed.
Bye.
Oh,
And
yeah.
now
All
here's
day
what-
long.
Everyone I'm going to say, think of them as a singles competitor.
Bye all day long.
Yeah, I'm with you on that
He
one.
might be one of the most athletic dudes on the roster at this moment.
Yep. I can completely agree for all the same
And
reasons.
he's a Duke grad, so.
No, there we go. Okay, didn't know
Back
that.
to AEW. Harley Cameron.
Buy. I'm gonna keep buying. I think in that same realm of like kind of funny comedy characters, she can keep adding on to it, and it's
To me,
she's over.
she's the female version of Santino.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. And again, kind of that same realm of like kind of balancing the comedy acts of I kind of mentioned it earlier of like Danhausen might be done with his contract soon and might be leaving AEW. It's like you kind of have Harley Cameron to fill in whatever comedy role too.
100%.
And there's a couple other people too. So like I said, it sucks that Danhausen didn't get the run in AEW necessarily.
She should join Jay and Mello
Okay.
and form a trio.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because
that would
her
not be
and
the
Jay
worst.
were doing that bootylicious.
Yeah. And then just have Ty Conti there wouldn't hurt
Ty
either,
Ty
so,
Conti. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
That wouldn't hurt either. So yeah, I'm buying still. I'm still gonna make that Harley Cameron investment grow. Yeah.
Back to American Made. Ivy Nile.
Sell. Unfortunately.
I'm gonna hold. I would hold because like I said, good performer. I think can actually have a good match in the ring. But again, exactly that you're not gonna really put a title on her anytime soon. But if you do put the IC title on her, it could make sense.
And therein lies my problem. This women's division is so stacked with absolute bangers and stars, and you've got at least 5 to 10 more just chomping at the bit down in NXT.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
There's a bona fide superstar in NXT right now. Bona fide, and she probably won't get called up for a while just because of Jordan Grace and Stephanie Vaquer and Julia.
And you are referring to
Solo.
Okay, Solo Roca, yeah.
Sol Ruca
Yeah.
is a superstar.
Is she on this list? Okay.
I kind of knew where you were going to go with it because, you've talked about her on the show. I tried to.
Make that.
She has the best finish in
she has the best
WWE.
finish.
Best finish.
Bar
and like
none.
I said, pulled that autograph card from that retail box the other day. So hopefully that just keeps going up and up and up. I gotta go get that graded.
Now, this one, me and Nick, we've talked about a lot, but I'd like to get David's opinion. Hook.
I sell him in AEW. I buy him in WWE.
Oh my God, you really think he's going to WWE?
Taz told him to go to WWE.
Yeah.
My opinion is there's only so far that he can get in AEW at this point.
You think he's gonna go farther in WWE?
I actually kind of do.
How so? How would he not? How could he not be like the same equivalent to Dominic in AEW?
They're for me at least. I loved when they first brought him out.
Yeah.
Now they're burying him with the ops, which I'll say this. I'm interested to see where the storyline goes because he's obviously a disgruntled op.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see where that storyline goes. But for me, I think he does better in W. So AEW sell. If he goes to WWE, I buy.
I'm still buying.
Now, you guys kind of mentioned him earlier today, but Solo Sikoa.
Oh yeah.
Buy.
Now I'm gonna keep. Now I'm gonna
Buy.
After this new presentation of a little less serious, a little more, like I said, kind of trying to figure out his own way type deal. I'm gonna buy this new Solo Sikoa. I'm not buying the tribal chief or whatever, head of the table.
Yeah, this is true Solo.
Yeah.
I'll buy this version.
Yes.
This is like old NXT Solo, where he was really good on the mic. They let him speak. It's good to get back to that.
Yeah.
Back to AEW. Commander.
Sell.
Yeah, I'm at the sell.
ROH, I'll buy.
Yeah, again.
AEW, I'm selling all day long.
Just unfortunately another guy.
Now he's injured though. Now too.
Yeah, that and just kind of gets probably just under just another guy in a mask that can do flips. And then they've got a lot of those in AEW. So
Last one from WWE. We're gonna go to NXT. Ricky Saints.
Go ahead, Nick.
I'm selling. I don't know what I'm gonna get for him, but I'm selling. I'll get maybe a new mat, maybe some turnbuckles or something like that. You ain't getting much out of this guy. Yeah.
I'll buy and I'll call this shot right now. Within a year being called up to the main roster, he will hold either the IC or the U.S. title. He is the mixture of Stone Cold and The Rock on the mic.
Man, this is kind of similar talking when we were like, oh, man, maybe the thing he does in AEW's top thing is maybe the TNT title. Maybe that's it's kind of the same ceiling there that it was in the other company. Man,
But
this is so strange, man.
I'm buying.
Oh, man.
Buying.
Bad investment.
And then from AEW to finish it off, Sky Blue.
Sell. Sell. Unless she comes back in her old gimmick, sell. Because this new gimmick isn't working.
And what is this new gimmick?
Whatever she's doing with Julia Hart.
They've had that faction. They've had that tag team.
Exactly. And it's not good. It's burying a solid wrestler.
Sure. I'll be on the opposite end. I'll buy because again, we know the talent. We know what can be done with Sky Blue. So
The worst thing that happened to her was that she got injured.
yeah, I mean, yeah,
And that's
clearly.
the other reason, because now she's getting buried.
It's been 2 weeks.
She jobbed on her first match back.
Been 2 weeks. She didn't get she did not get pinned when
She didn't get a spot either.
I think she did. It was also, honestly, kind of a lackadaisical part on the Chicago crowd on that one. I was the one getting welcome back chant, and not a lot of people were welcoming back. So I guess I don't know. That was a tough one there. So either way, that was Scotty's World. Hopefully, like I said, got your checkbook out, all set, ready to go there. Maybe we made some buys, sells, and trades there. Any other final questions, thoughts?
No, I gotta go.
All right, let's get on out of here then. Until next time, we're going to be recapping everything, coming back here. More Bad Karma Wrestling next week, more wrestling, and everything else. We love you, so we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling
Give me a hell yeah.
with No Gimmick Nick Johnston
It doesn't matter how you feel.
and David Double D Dykstra.